Do you cope with underperformance for the things that you buy or the services that you buy? Zakir Khan, हमारे famous comedian, उन्होंने अपनी कहानी एक जगह वीडियो में सुना रहे थे and Zakir said something very interesting which stayed with me. वो context कुछ और था कहानी का और कहानी कुछ इस तरह थी कि he said यार मैं राइटर बनना चाहता था, राइटर बनने के लिए दिल्ली में आया था और वो जज्बा वही था. I think when somebody is quoted as underperformer in any job, trust me, not only they are not doing justice to the job is also not able to do justice to them. The most important work in any company is done by people, which is square root of the total strength of the company. I don't think, I think let's get one thing straight. No company in this world wants to cope with underperformers by choice. No one. No business in this world would want to cope with underperformers. Let me ask you a question. As a customer, do you cope with underperformance for the things that you buy or the services that you buy? But you can also say that as a customer, no, that I'm just being human. I want this person to keep his job. Keep charging me the same money. Keep giving me deficient service. But I should not fire them. We should just keep them. They will continue to screw it up. And we will just keep them as underperformers. But we are bigger than this. Do you do that? You want your burger perfect. You want your fries crisp. Every time. 365 days a year. You don't want to know कि उसके साथ personally क्या चल रहा है. उसकी जिंदगी में क्या दुर्घटना हुई है. I'll tell you why. Because वो restaurant ने बाहर आज sign नहीं लगाया है. Chef is going through a personal problem. All the menu at 50% discount. If you actually start doing that, you will say कि ठीक है, थोड़ा जला हुआ है, क्या हो गया? पर शेफ दुखी है, 50% डिस्काउंट भी तो मिला है ना? So प्रॉब्लम ये है that कोई भी बिजनेस अंडर परफॉर्मर को कोप नहीं कर सकता. When we think about it from this lens, कि oh, people are not bad, they are just underperformers. You're right, I agree with that. I think underperformance और performance को गुड और बैड की बकेट से तोलना थोड़ा गलत है. You know, it has nothing to do with people being good or bad. It has everything to do with, are they suited for that job? Is that job suited for them? Do they possess that skill 100%? Can they acquire it? Can they learn faster? Because every job in this world has a requirement. वो जाकिर खान, हमारे फेमस कॉमेडियन, उन्होंने अपनी कहानी एक जगह वीडियो में सुना रहे थे एंड जाकिर सेड समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग विच स्टेड विद मी. वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट कुछ और था कहानी का और कहानी कुछ इस तरह थी कि ही सेड यार मैं राइटर बनना चाहता था, राइटर बनने के लिए दिल्ली में आया था और वो जज्बा वही था कि जिस दिन कलम हमारे हाथ में आएगी ना, क्रांति ला देंगे. बोला फिर एक दिन कलम आ गई हाथ में, कॉपीराइटर की जॉब मिली, उसमें लिखनी थी जिंगल. तो हमने बोला कि चलो कोई नहीं, क्रांति भी आ जाएगी पर पहले जिंगल सबसे बेहतर लिखेंगे. फिर बोला यार, फिर आई एक और नई चीज, डेडलाइन. एंड देन ही सेड, लड़े, पिटे, गिरे, किसी ने उठाया भी नहीं, फिर खुद उठे और फिर रियलाइज किया कि मीडियोक्रिटी नहीं है सिस्टम में, मीडियोक्रिटी रिक्वायरमेंट है सिस्टम में, क्योंकि डेडलाइन है. सो दिस लाइन व्हाट ही सेड दूसरे के सिस्टम को देख के कहते थे हैं ये साले क्या कर रहे हैं, जिस दिन हमारे को मौका मिलेगा ना दुनिया बदल देंगे. बोला फिर जब मौका मिला तो पता लगा कि दुनिया नहीं बदलना चाहती है. बोला पर आई रियलाइज्ड कि मीडियोक्रिटी है नहीं, mediocrity requirement है, क्योंकि डेडलाइन है. इसको बिजनेस के पर्सपेक्टिव से अगर देखा जाए तो ये सच है. क्या हम हमेशा एज अ कंपनी बेस्ट डिलीवर करते हैं या बेस्ट डिलीवर कर सकते हैं? नहीं. तो हम क्या करते हैं? हम ऑप्टिमम डिलीवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं. और अगर हम ऑप्टिमम डिलीवर करते रहते हैं तो फिर कभी कभी मौका मिलता है सुपरलेटिव डिलीवर करने का, क्योंकि डेडलाइन है, क्योंकि रिक्वायरमेंट है, क्योंकि बिजनेस नीड्स डिलीवरी ऑफ एन ऑप्टिमम लेवल एवरी डे. एंड इफ यू कीप डूइंग इट लॉन्ग इनफ, you will get a chance to do excellence. But business cannot take suboptimum any day by plan, by choice. So for leaders, for people who, look at the team, as you asked this question, ki only 20-30% people at times are running the entire company, but you can't discard 80%. They are also doing something, but so many of them are underperformers. And at times you need to take harsh decisions how to look at it. I don't think we should look at it as good or bad. At a personal level, you can be human, but cleansing your system from underperformers is as much a job and a responsibility as much is to perform in your own role. And I'm using the word cleansing because it is cleansing from both sides, for both sides, by the way. I think when somebody is quoted as underperformer in any job, trust me, not only they are not doing justice to the job is also not able to do justice to them. Freeing them will also help them, because they may find fitment somewhere else. And that is very, very important. If 20-30% people in every company in the world run the company, I don't think even 20-30% people. During pandemic, somebody shared a study. I can't quote the study because, they shared this very interesting study. And this was in context of Elon Musk taking over Twitter. And then world was calling it a doomsday for Twitter. Offices will shut down and whatnot. And I think he brought down, I don't remember the number, from 7,500 employees to some 2,000 employees or even further lower, right? So people said, oh, there's going to be a doomsday for Twitter. And this one person shared a study where he said the most important work in any company is done by people, which is square root of the total strength of the company. And he took the example of 10,000 people. He said, in a 10,000 people company, 80 to 90% of the most important decision and work is done by about 100 people who can actually pull the company through on their shoulders. And 9,900 people are probably, taking care of 10 to 20% of the work. It's not about whether I believe in this or not, but I do believe in the feeling that I know. Does this make it 9,900 people useless? No, absolutely not. They're actually doing their job. Company has created that structure, and that's fair. But that's also true that we do get to see examples in the world where a WhatsApp, which was, I think, a 64 or under 100 people company, got sold for 19 billion. We do have those examples. A 12 or a 18 people company, which was Instagram, got sold for $1 billion. The impact was great. We do see these examples. So when I compare these two examples, I wonder कि यार, I don't know उस example में वो 1900 लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, पर 100 लोग वाले उन्हें भी मचाया तो है ना? तो इसका मतलब 100 लोग मचा तो सकते हैं, ये तो बिल्कुल पक्का है. That means अगर 100 solid performers हो, अगर culturally in sync हो, अगर सारे लोग एक मिशन के टुवर्ड्स काम कर रहे हो, तो काफी बड़ा नंबर है to impact the world. So I think for leaders and managers, I think they should be objective about these things. When somebody asks me this question, I think I do hear them that they're also coming from the perspective of being bad and nasty, or you being called whatever, a career destroyer or a job destroyer or whatnot, right? That's not right. That's not true. You can be human in that. You can be communicative. You can be helpful. For example, at our company, can we, we're a small company, can we cope with a lot of bad performers? No. But can we cope with some underperformers? Probably in certain functions. Are there some functions which are absolutely zero tolerance? Yes. Because either that function is very costly, or because that function is supposed to deliver a very large outcome, and both can be detrimental to the existence of the company. So it will be absolutely zero tolerance. Are we good when we tolerate an underperformer in some function because we can? No. Are we bad because we have zero tolerance in some function? No. Because it's almost like the same thing. We were letting go of someone recently. He was actually an intern and nice guy. We were letting go not because, fully because of him. There was a test, he got eliminated, intern. He very emotionally looked at me and he said, "Sir, does only coding mean everything to you?" I was like, "Okay." I said, "What else?" He said, like, does the fact that I'm a human and I bring some other things to table, they don't matter to you at all? So I said, बैठ जा, कोई बात नहीं, बात करते हैं, क्या हुआ? He said, नहीं मतलब just because I failed a coding test, you will let me go? I said, यार, I hear your emotion and I respect it, and I respect the fact that you are, telling me this. I said, I have a question for you. When you are flying, do you want to fly with a pilot who knows how to fly, or you want to fly with a pilot who's a nice guy? And then he's like, no, so you mean niceness doesn't mean anything? I said, it means something, but you're getting the order wrong. First is what you deliver. If you're an engineer, your code should work. You need to deliver code. And then on top of it, all the niceness and the culture and shared cultural values you should bring in. I said, let me put us in your shoes. Okay? If I promise you whatever salary I promised you, if next month I pay you 40% lower and I consistently do that for next 3 months, will you work with me? He said, probably no. I said, why? Only money means everything to you. What about niceness? I said, I understand. You don't need to answer. I need to pay you full salary, and niceness comes on top. Niceness is important after salary. Similarly, what you are supposed to deliver comes first. All the niceness is actually appreciated. But after that, it doesn't fill up for performance. It's something which makes life great together. It is not, don't mix the order.